Hello and welcome to the channel. This is a few games between a disc control deck on the left and my own deck, a variant of the mono black archetype. It's called Composition A, and it's a mono black deck with 4 splashes, everything but green. I'm starting out with an Ancestral Recall, and he has a Chaos Orb. And there's a lot of aggro here, getting a Surrender Befried. Tapping out. And we actually didn't have a lot of time until the place closed down, so we only got a few games in here. So he's waiting for my upkeep, because I don't have any white mana to disenchant the Chaos Orb anyway. And then after I've taken my damage, he uses the Chaos Orb on the Surrender Befried. It's fine, at least I got rid of it. Getting the City of Brass, that's a double black mana here. That's what I need. Okay. So that's a Spectre, and with the final mana from the Sol Ring, I use that to activate the factory and then coming over for a poke. That's a defending factory, going straight into a Sedge Troll here. Smokes Jet, but I don't have any more lands to put down, it seems. But we get to Swords to Plowshare the Troll, the City of Brass, then activating the factory and coming over for 4 points of damage and a card. That's an island. Not the best pick. Ooh, but that's a Time Walk. Okay, this is going fast actually. Just wish it was a Juice Engine instead. But we get to pick some cards at least. We're up against a really efficient tournament deck here, so it's nice to get some cards out of the way with that Hypnotic Spectre. Following up with an Underworld Dreams, so he's really under pressure here. And we actually got a Library of Alexandria from the hypnotic gaze of that ghost, the Hypnotic Spectre there. So, well, he needs some. So he actually needs a disc to get rid of that Underworld Dreams, but I can't get in anymore because he has a defending factory. Oh, scratch that! Just sinkholing it away and getting in with the factory again. So he Time Walks and draws straight into a Strip Mine, and then emptying his hand. That's fine. I don't think he'll use any draw 7s at the moment. So there's a Sinker Vampire, and he draws a Wheel of Fortune. If he plays it, it will kill him because of that Underworld Dreams. So that was just a beat down there. He just forfeits the game at this point. So match number 2, and he's on the play. Getting out a Volcanic Island and a Mox Ruby here. That's a bit of an uneven angle on this table, but okay. Okay, getting out a Black Lotus, turn 1, Hypnotic Spectre. Okay, but he bolts it at least. And we have that Chaos Orb as a fail safe and a factory to pressure with. And he's holding back, probably having a counterspell in hand. So we just elect to attack him. Might draw a bolt, that's fine. Okay, so we draw a Sonic Blast, that's even better. It still damages him. And after that, we put down a Sol Ring, because I know he can't counter anymore. Because he's just thrown down a Sonic Blast. So we've almost emptied our hand here. There's a lot of mana, but not much to use it for at this point. And he's casting a Demonic Tutor. We're just cutting a bit forward here because it always takes such a long time for people to look through their decks, myself included. And he's casting an Ancestral Recall, pulling out a Mox Sapphire. as a scrub land, but perhaps changing the strategy here. Yeah, so we strip mine the volcanic island. That's in order to remove his ability to use the shatter on the orb, and then we orb an underground sea. I think that was a failed flip, I'm not sure, but we play with the rule that it's okay, it's fine, it'll work anyway. And then he taps it for mana, and in order for him to counter, and I just go into my attack step. That will clear the mana pool, so he can't counter. It's just a technicality. And then I tutor for the Ancestor Recall. So now I'm in the game as well. But it was a huge play just to get that Ancestor Recall in, and 2 of the cards I got were Moxen. I don't need those. And there's a disc just to clear everything away. So annoying. But I thought it was an okay play because I wanted to... it still removes early resources from him, and I could get the tutor and the Ancestor Recall off. But just didn't pay off. Because that disc gave him a 2-card advantage, or at least a 1-card advantage there. There's Underworld Dreams trying to goad him into using the disc again. And there's a factory. Can't really attack with it because he'll just use his disc then and get both the disc and the Underworld Dreams. I need to wait. Okay, so there's a Time Twister. That'll give him 7 points of damage unless he uses that disc. He has a counterspell in hand, he shows it here. He's considering whether to allow the Time Twister, and he does so. He uses the disc to destroy the Underworld Dreams before the Time Twister resolves, so he doesn't take any damage from it. He wants a new hand. And I'm casting it mainly because I want him to activate the disc, but also because I want to get into Library of Alexandria range here. And then I Time Walk. That'll net me a few cards from that library. Take another one, that's a 2nd card along with it. And he has a full hand, so it probably is a bit dangerous to attack with that factory. I'm considering something here. There's another Underworld Dreams waiting for him to counter, but he won't counter, so I will. That's a lot of card advantage again, and 7 points of damage to him. This time there's no disc to stop the Underworld Dreams, so he's at 9 life at this point. Already put down the land, but okay, that's a Moxen. Puts me at 6 cards, so in my draw step I can activate the Library of Alexandria again. And he draws and goes to 8 cards. 8 points of life, I mean. And then he casts another disc. And a Time Walk. And before he draws a card, he activates the disc. His only way to get rid of those Underworld Dreams. But he can't allow it to stay there for too long. So play 8 life at this point, as said. Okay, so he tutors. And we didn't use any sideboard cards here. We didn't have time, so we just played a couple of games with our main decks to see what happens. So I draw, I'm at 7 cards again. And using the Library of Alexandria as a strip mine again. It came back with that Time Twister. Okay, so we attack. It's in order to try and see if we can get a Sonic Blast out of him again, so he can't counter, but no luck. He takes the damage and then he mana drains the Underworld Dreams. So he has 3 points of 3 colorless mana at this point. 6 life. Oh, that's a big puppy. I think it's a beta Shivan dragon. It's a thing of beauty. It's the top curve drop of his deck. So he's all in at this point. He can kill me fast with that thing. Can boost it for 3 with those 3 volcanic islands under the glare. Draw another card. And I believe this is where I make a rather huge mistake, actually. Or misplay. I think so. Yeah. So I try to mind twist him, and I do this in order for him to draw a counterspell, and he casts it there, and then I can source the Plowshare the Shivan, and he boosts the Shivan, so he gains 6 life. I actually had a second Swords to Plowshares in hand, and the far better line of play here would be to Swords to Plowshares first, with the first one. He'll counter that because it's his main all-in threat. After that, I should Mind Twist him and remove his hand, and then use the City of Brass to Swords to Plowshare the Shivan again. That would leave him without a hand and without a Shivan dragon. So foolish. It might... misplaced like that might actually, well, it might cost games actually. So as a set troll, and he's at 12 lives now because of that Shivan. So at least we had the second Swords to Plowshares to remove that troll with. That's nice. But it would have been gone with that Mind Twist anyway. So as I said, the other line of play would have been far better, I think. So here comes the cow, and then we attack with the factory, and he bolts it. Fair enough. That's an insistent recall. So he's clawing back into the game. He has at 15 life. I just hope he doesn't get a sedge troll. And he haven't. He has a disc though, so unless I can remove it, I'll only have 1 attack with that Jusum Gem. Perhaps I get a Time Walk. That would be nifty. I can get in with that strip mining the factory as I do there. So now it's an open field. I can get in, so he's at 10 life at this point. And then I think I'm slowly trying to recuperate cards in hand in order to get within library range again. No hurry with putting out things as I know he'll pop the disc. As soon as possible, yes, and he does so here. I'm putting down another disc. And now I'm in library range. So we have to stabilize, get card advantage again. I'm not really sure what I'm doing here. So Serendipity Freed. Okay, it looks like I'm trying to goat. No, I'm not. Okay, I actually have a disenchant against the disc. So he Sonic Blasts the Serendipity Freed. He's at 8 lives now. And then he casts Time Twister. There's been so many draw 7s in this game. As a response, I just lightning bolt his face. I had 2 Singa Vampires in hand. That would be game, actually. He didn't have any more cards in hand. So he puts down a City in a Bottle, thereby destroying my Library of Alexandria and my City of Brass. I lost a full hand to that Time Twister compared to his 0 cards. So we have a Chaos Orb here, and he won't allow it. So I bolted him again. As I remember, I actually used that Chaos Orb as a way to goad him, to draw the counterspell. He's at 2 lives at this point. This is... just need something, anything to touch him with, and he'll be gone. But he chose to counter the Time Walk. Okay, that's why he did so. He actually could fireball me out. And the next turn I had a Wheel of Fortune, and there's a Dreams and a Time Twister. That'd be game. So one more turn and I would have won. Or if I hadn't misplayed, I'd probably win as well. But that's stuff to learn from, I suppose. And it was a good game, a very nice game actually. Very, very close and very back and forth. So I'll probably meet him again at a tournament a few weeks from now, in the middle of Denmark. And I'll probably meet him before that as well. So next up, in a few days, Wednesday I think, I'll be traveling back to the high mountain for work and meeting some new people over there. So stay tuned for more. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.